Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm playing a series of videos I do for a little while now. I go over there to try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I hope that this is good on numerous levels. For one, I'm thirsty. So, I hope it works to that effect. And two, I'm real tired. So I definitely need it for the boost that it'll hopefully give. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside the truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That is definitely the case today. I got off work. I was originally planning to just go straight home. I was like, I'm tired, I'm just wore the fuck out. But I was like, nah, man, you know what? Maybe I'll stop off at the gas station, just grab something to drink or some shit. I was about to pull off to the speedway I usually go to. But I was like, you know what, man? There's this one place. It's a little bit further up. Not too far. I'm going to hit that place up because it's been a little while since I've been in there. And I've been looking for a particular item. I knew it came out, and I was like, I want to try it, damn it. I'm allowed. I'm an American. So, what is it that I'm trying? What am I pinning all my hopes and dreams on? Well, folks, it's from Boom in Monster Energy. Specifically, this is their brand new Ultra Fantasy Ruby Red Energy Drink. It's zero sugar. It's got L-carotene, taurine, all that good stuff. Yeah, man, it's a new flavor of Monster. It's been a little bit since I've reviewed anything from Monster, because, they've been a little bit more low-key in the last, few months or so. But I will say I like the can design. It's got very cool, artwork on it. I'm super down with that. That's a little bit weird, but we're just going to roll with it. So let's go ahead. Let's get a thing for the thing. Ha 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 ha. Something like that. And that's got a little thing on the back, which is a little bit hard to read because of the coloration. We're always dreaming up new things at Monster, and sometimes we totally break convention. Enter Ultra Fantasy Ruby Red. It may be the best tasting Ultra yet. That's alright, man. Ultra Gold is pineapple flavor, okay? Ultra Black is black cherry flavor. Not too sweet, not too tart. It's got a fresh citrus taste that'll blow your mind. While it's light and super easy drinking, it's serious on performance. Ultra Fantasy is packed with all the legendary Monster Energy blend you've come to expect. We called on longtime friend Pinky Taylor for the design. Oh, apparently Pinky Taylor's the one with the cool artwork. OG fans might remember seeing him do live paintings at Monster events as they rolled through town. That's cool. We've got his painted surfboards and canvases hanging all over our HQ. Now you've got your own Pinky masterpiece to unleash the Ultra Beast. Let's give it a go. I will say, I think that's really cool. Open. Razzing. That one didn't want to give it up. Alright. Smells citrusy. It is tasty. I'll grant him that. I don't know if I'd say it's personally the best, but at the same time, I could see it being up there. To be fair though, it's been a long time since I've had a lot of the Ultra flavors. In fact, usually the one that I do have on any regular basis is the Ultra Zero, because they sell that one at the little break room at my work. And a lot of times I don't want to go in for the sugary stuff. It is tasty. Trying to pin down a specific flavor is kind of hard though. Maybe like a strawberry aspect to it. They did a pretty decent job of describing it on the back, honestly. It's got a little bit of a citrusy element to it. It is sweet. It's not too tart, which I will say I like. A lot of energy drinks use tartness to kind of cover up their flavor. Monster does it too sometimes, but I think they've gotten better as years have gone by. Another thing I gotta give them credit for, what with it being zero sugar, it doesn't taste it at all. Like, and again, Monster, they, over the years, I think they've done a really good job of introducing a lot of good flavors, and they typically keep the flavors running too, which I appreciate. They don't usually ditch them. They do some, to be fair, but no, there's no like zero sugar taste or anything. It's not overly sweet. Yeah, I mean, it's good. And yeah, genuinely, I think they did a good job of describing. Whoever wrote up the backstory thing on this did a really good job. Because, yeah, it's pretty much exactly like they described. There's definitely something there. Some kind of like a berry sort of flavor. Like maybe a strawberry or maybe like like an amped up watermelon or something. It kind of just comes through at the end. Like the overall drink is kind of just general fruit flavored with, again, some sweetness, a little bit of tartness. But it's not, at least not for me, it's not like an easy to define flavor. It's not, nothing is immediately jumping out at me as saying like, okay, it's based on this specific fruit or, specific flavor. The closest I get is that little hit at the end. And again, I'm gonna say maybe a little bit of like a strawberry kind of something to it. Yeah, I mean it's, if you're expecting me to go over there and be able to tell you exactly what it tastes like, I can't do that for you, unfortunately. I don't quite have that level of palate. But I will say this, it's tasty. Like I said, just kind of a general fruit, almost berry-ish kind of vibe. Um, Sweet, it's tasty. It's good. Like I said, the zero sugar aspect doesn't fuck things up on it. It is genuinely a pretty damn solid flavor. Yeah. There's nothing I dislike about that. It's kind of the perfect level of sweetness and tartness. Get those contrasting flavors going. And it actually has like a little bit of a refreshing aspect to it, which usually energy drinks don't, at least not for me. They're a little bit too heavy. But in this case, like there is a little bit of a almost an kind of factor to it. It's good. But two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I'm going to go with yes and yes. I think in both instances. I think for me personally, for me, it's not my favorite of the ultra flavors. Ultra gold, what with it being pineapple, is still probably my favorite. Ultra black I like a lot as well, the black cherry one. And I mean I could probably go through them and do a tier list or something. I probably won't because I don't want to die and explode, but in terms of like just, doing what they're due, I think this is a really solid one. It's refreshing. I'm sure I'll get a decent kick out of the caffeine and what have you, the taurine and all that shit. So, yeah, it works for me. And just as a quick little thing, if my, recollection, or yeah, if my descriptions and stuff of the thing aren't to your liking, check out Nathan's Fast Talk Food Reviews. I know he reviewed it recently. It will be done in a much simpler format, and he might have a different insight. I haven't watched it specifically because I knew I was going to review it, and I didn't want his review to potentially influence my review. But at some point, I'll probably watch his review to be interesting to compare notes. But anyway, yeah. And if I, just a quick thing, if I am going over there and recommending it, like it's a very approachable energy drink. Like flavor-wise, it doesn't have like a funky energy drink flavor. There's no bad zero sugar flavor. It's just tasty and pretty easy. Like for me, I don't know that I would. I'm sure somebody would probably have it as a favorite. For me, I think the thing that keeps it from being a little bit higher up is I want it to have a defined flavor. I want it to have something that I can latch onto. And I don't quite get that, but your mileage may vary in that regard. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly ultra fantasy-tastic rest of your life. Because, I mean, come on, folks, who doesn't enjoy a little fantasy time, just every now and again. It's good to unwind from the real world every now and again. But final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in your world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and bullshit, folks. The time I'm doing this, yesterday it was 70 degrees out. Today it is 23. There was a hailstorm yesterday, although I slept completely fucking through it. There was a minor tornado out in Illinois, not nowhere near me, thankfully, but, and hopefully nobody was hurt. I didn't see anything about that. I mean, damn, son, life can throw it at you. When it does, it's important we go over there, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you want to live out your ultra fantasy. I mean, I'd like to. I think most people would. That's why it's an ultra fantasy. But then there's physical reality to contend with, and, there's just, there's reasons why certain things need to stay in fantasies. Otherwise, you end up like douchebag billionaires who just, go over there and they just have more money than they could ever use, so they just do whatever the fuck they want because they can get away with it. And that's the society that we all agree to live in. Bothers me. I don't know why I went on a weird grumpy thing about billionaires, but no. Hopefully, regardless of whatever, hopefully you're living a really great life and all that good stuff, even if it's maybe not your ultra fantasy life. I mean, I would need at least several giant robots were mine to be, but that's a whole other thing. Anyway, bye.